and welcome to Wildly Curious, where the questions are unhinged, the science is real, and honestly, we're just getting started. I'm Laura.
And I'm Katy. And...
Ever wonder why a bat might glow? Or how frogs made it to space long ago? Dinosaurs trained for delivery runs. We're asking the questions, the weird ones. Wildly curious, where science gets strange and kinda hilarious. For nature's wonders to ancient funk, it's facts and fun rolled into one big chunk. Wildly curious, weird is wonderful. Come join the fuss.
We have, for the last couple of episodes, been talking about insects, which have 6 legs. My next one does have an extra legs than us people, but these are decapods, which are crabs.
Yep.
So, I wanted to talk about the Christmas Island red crabs,
Ooh,
which you may have heard about before.
Yeah, this is a good one.
They're like pretty well known to us, like niche nature people. So you might not have heard of them before.
Yeah,
You're just a normal
cool
person.
One. Yeah.
Because crabs, I was like, oh, there are so many species of crabs that actually do swarm. Specifically, soldier crabs are known for it. But I was like, no, let's do Christmas Island. So Christmas Island is a territory of Australia located in the Indian Ocean, like I think it's northwest of Australia. So like up by Indonesia.
Yeah.
It sounds very whimsical, but what I'm about to tell you makes it a bit more creepy than festive. So the Christmas Island red crab is endemic, which means it's a species that is only found on Christmas Island or the nearby Cocos Islands.
Okay.
I mean, far apart, but not in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
These crabs, just to give you a picture in your brain of what they are, they're red, hence the name, but they're about 4.5 inches, 4.6 to be precise.
Okay.
So decent sized crab.
That is precise, yes.
Yeah. So they mainly live most of the year. They spend most of the time in moist rainforests. So the island is kind of a plateau on the top. They most of the time spend their time up here in the moist rainforests. But they can even be found in people's backyards because people do live on this island.
Okay.
They dig burrows that they almost never leave during the dry season because they're not good without moisture. So they like dig these little burrows and they'll even plug them up with leaves to stay damp.
Okay.
But they're like mostly underground.
Yeah.
Due to where they live, they mostly eat fruit, leaves, flowers, and seedlings. They will also eat dead animals if they like are nearby their hole. And African giant snails, which are invasive, so it's good that they found them as a food source.
Yeah.
They are incredibly important to their ecosystem, which for it right now I'll talk about. They're important because they aerate the soil with those burrows, and they recycle vast amounts of nutrients back into the soil by eating all the dead stuff and then pooping it out and making the soil good. But what they're infamous for is their insane migration across the island each rainy season, resulting in a giant swarm. So because we're talking Australia, and this climate, there is not necessarily like seasons as much as there is dry season and wet season.
Yeah.
Not like what most of us are thinking, like spring, summer, fall, winter. So as soon as the first rainfall of the wet season occurs, typically in October or early November, these crabs emerge in the millions from their burrows. Just millions. Their goal is to make it to the ocean where they can mate and spawn for their eggs. So at least this swarm, this is like for good reasons.
Yeah.
Like we've talked about.
They're not devouring. Yeah.
These are just crabs.
This is more
in
on the
love.
starling. Yeah, this is more on the starling side. They just want to exist.
They're star-crossed crab lovers. So amazingly, they also time when they emerge, not just on the wet season, but also on the phases of the moon.
I was
because
just
of
going to
course
say,
they do.
I was just like, if you're going to say moon, I knew you were going to say moon.
Because horseshoe crabs do that, so why would another crab? The crabs and the moon man, they're like all about, they're like, again,
the
very
moon, all the moon, yeah.
So they always, this is a quote from the website, they always spawn before dawn on a receding high tide during the last quarter of the moon.
That is
so specific.
But
that's like some witch's curse for this
No.
entire species.
It is.
You are doomed to only spawn at the receding high tide.
That would make an amazing t-shirt. That whole saying on the front of a shirt.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, because it's either that or an ancient prophecy. Like one of the two.
Yeah,
like
it has to be either you're predicting when a biblical plague is coming of the swarms and the locusts, or it's just love crabs. It's fine.
Yeah. But as everyone's who's listening, what?
Right.
Tides are based on the moon. Okay.
Yes.
So if we want the highest tide possible, that's, I guess, at this time.
They understand.
And so they've and it's not just one night, it's a couple nights, but it is a short window. So
They're like, we got to get this on, and we got to get it on right now.
Well, that's the craziest thing. So depending on if the weather cooperates, if the rain happens during the lunar, depending on when in the lunar phase the rain hits, they either take their time to get to the ocean, and they might stop for days at a time on the way, snacking, taking drinks, and just hanging out.
He's taking drinks. I'm like, I just imagine the locals handing them tiny pina coladas and stuff. They're like,
oh my gosh, it'd be so cute. A good little crab water break. And so I was reading in a scientific journal that said they might stop for 1 to 7 days at a time on their way to the ocean.
Yeah.
But if the rain doesn't happen until much closer to when they need to be doing stuff, they will hurry and not stop, which seems to indicate that not only do they
we
know
gotta
the
do
moon,
this now. We gotta do this
get
now.
there.
Yeah.
Think about what that means. Not only do they know the phases of the moon, but they also know how far away they are from the ocean.
Yeah,
because they
they're
know
aware.
if they need to hurry.
Yeah.
Right?
They know if they need to hurry.
Or they know how many days they can spend to get there.
I just like
in
how
their
you
little
said
crab
that.
brains.
I know that they're just like, we gotta hurry. We gotta be quick.
Well,
Because
they're
they do.
Okay, we're still 7 miles from the coast, guys.
Yeah.
I think we could probably spend another 4 hours, but then we gotta go.
Yeah.
The boys go first on this journey, and they're joined by the females.
Yeah.
Because they've got to get there first to stake out their territories. But the swarms themselves are insane. Roads shut down, and they've even built, you can look this up, there are little crab bridges.
Of course.
So that they can climb up and over, and they're, sideways, just...
Yeah, right?
They're like total creeps going over the roads. Estimates, it depends on where you read. Nat Geo with what's his face? What's the British guy?
David Attenborough.
Attenborough says there could be 100 million. Other places say 50 million. So 50 million to 100 million, either way, millions and millions
I was
of
going to say,
crabs.
at that point, I know that there's a difference, but at the same time, I feel like there's not a difference. It's just a shit ton
it's an
of
excessive
crabs.
amount of crabs. Yeah.
Right?
And they're pretty well studied. Studies have shown that they mostly
if they're this predictable.
Right? You just got to wait around and track them.
Yeah.
Studies have shown that they mostly walk in a straight line towards the northwest shore. Not the closest shore, the northwest shore. So they're just
so specific. Yeah.
Yeah. For their couple special nights. One study that tracked the crabs.
Babe, we gotta get there now.
Just all those
grabbing all their pina coladas.
Crabs.
Yeah, just
or just she always takes forever. Just.
This could make such a cute cute cartoon of just
it's like, have you? If you haven't seen the movie Migration, people, you should really watch that.
That
movie
was
with
pretty
the
funny.
ducks.
Yeah,
but this could be something
the
similar.
crabs version.
The crab version. One study that tracked the crabs showed that they walked on average 680 meters per day, which is almost half a mile.
Which is a lot if you're a crab. I mean,
going sideways at 4.5 inches.
With your pina coladas. I mean, just
or when you do that, it looks like you got castanets. Just
on my way to mate. On my way to mate.
Yeah.
But,
that was the average, but the record was some overachieving, some crab who was in a rush. This was the last crab out of his burrow.
Or the first. So he's like, I'm going to get there first this year. I'm going to get the best spot, the best female.
I hate choosing, the last. Not this year.
Yeah.
That one walked 1,460 meters in a day. So that's more than a mile.
Oh my God. For a crab, that crab is hustling.
Just really fast.
No time to stop.
Yeah. So for context, the island itself is only 12 miles long and 9 miles wide.
Yeah, it's a small island, guys.
It takes them a couple days, but they are usually taking breaks if the rain cooperates.
Right.
Typically, the entire process lasts about 3 weeks. That's a long time to be dealing with freaking millions of crabs.
Yeah.
You'd be like, my gosh, my commute. For 3 weeks it's impacted by crabs? That's insane. You can't even keep using that excuse at work, okay? That only works.
Only 3 weeks a year does that work.
Yeah.
The rest of the
Guys,
year.
it was the crabs, I swear.
Nope, it's March. Can't be the crabs, guys.
Yeah. And what dangers do they encounter? Well, besides traffic, which is definitely the main one at this point, there's dehydration if they don't get their drink breaks.
Yeah, right.
And then invasive yellow crazy ants. I didn't have time to look that up, but I do the name.
Right?
Yellow crazy ants. They're crazy. I don't know.
Yeah.
But apparently they're responsible for the deaths of millions of crabs.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, they probably like the army ant situation.
Just swarm and grab one.
So then what happens when they get to the beach? Once at the beach, we're talking millions of crabs and only so much square footage. So the boys are like wrestling over where they're going to dig their burrows.
Yeah.
Then they're all together. They've built all of these little burrows right at the shore. Then they wait for a female, and then she chooses a burrow. I don't know how, and then goes down in there and they mate.
This is a nice hole.
Yes. It's usually the other way around.
I know. For once, she gets to choose a good hole.
Crabs breaking that glass ceiling. So, and then once the male has mated, he's out. He just goes home. He walks the whole way back. So that
opposite
I don't know if that's
walk of
included in
shame.
the 3 weeks. Yeah. He was like, did my crab duty, and just going back for next year.
Did my as he's shuffling back.
So females stick around for another 2 weeks while their eggs develop, and they keep them in their little brood pouch, and they stay safe and moist in the burrows. So they're all just chilling, nesting. But when the moon is right, or specifically, hold on, let me go back to my...
More specifically, when
before dawn on a receding high tide during the last quarter of a moon, which is definitely a witch's secret. So specific.
We gotta figure out how to use that for some merch somehow, because that is so funny.
It's like if somebody tells you, like, hey, when and where should we meet? You just throw out that line, and people are like, what?
Like, to the northwest. You gotta go to the northwest.
Before dawn on the receding, but you have to say it like really ominous. Anyway, the females come out and pack onto the rocks, sometimes 100 per square meter. There's images of this. It's just chicks on chicks on chicks, like everywhere.
God.
They're just stacked on top of each other, just waiting to let go of their eggs so that they can go home.
Yeah, they're like, we're done with this.
Yeah,
I came here what I did to do. Yeah, go.
So as soon as this might take a couple nights for all the females to do this, but I think it's just like a once and done thing for each individual.
Okay.
So they wait for
So
the
they're
high
not
tide.
all waiting. They're holding.
I hope not, for days.
They're just all there. Because I imagine them with like a bag.
Just dump them. The way you were standing there, I was picturing all of them holding each other's claws in support. And then they have that little flappy thing that they just let their eggs out, and they're like, okay, sisters.
Like a back of a conveyor, like a back of a plane just opens
Dump
up.
it.
Yeah.
In like the most sincere form of female solidarity.
Yeah, right. All together.
That's what they actually just are. Like, that's what the whole witch thing, this whole like prophecy, the sisterhood of the crabs, like all of this. They once the water reaches them, they let go of those eggs, and they have about 100,000 of them each. So just whoosh, it probably feels amazing.
Yeah.
As soon as the eggs hit the water, the larvae hatch because they're ready to go because they've just been waiting inside these eggs. So they touch the water, and they're like one of those little growing animals.
Yeah.
Like the and they stay in the ocean and the nearby pools for about another month before they come onto land and moms head home. Then babies come onto land a month later and head
back to where they are.
The babies are 5 millimeters big.
Oh my God.
When they come onto land, 5 millimeters. The pictures are absurd, but they're so.
So wait, is this an additional 3 weeks then that you can use this as an excuse? Okay, so a month later you can use, so about 2 months out of a year.
Freaking baby crabs.
Yeah. We had a little bit of a break here, and now we're back for baby crab traffic.
Baby crab traffic. They don't go as far in this first year. They spend a couple of years lower down, but they're still going. Okay. But most years, most don't make it. Sometimes there are years where none make it at all.
Oh, whoa.
But you know how like trees every once in a while have those mast years where they just release a ton? Same thing with these crabs. Every once in a while, something happens where they just release more eggs than normal, and then a lot make it back up onto the beach to sustain the population. And so many that it looks like red algae like coming up the beach. Because you can't even tell they're crabs because they're so little. And this is the last thing that makes them incredibly important for their ecosystem is baby food.
Yeah.
In the opposite way that we normally think of baby food, babies that are food.
Yeah.
So they're a really important food source. They're a really important food source for all the ocean animals right there.
The babies that are food.
Not to be confused with baby food, babies that are food. They're, I mean, even things like whale sharks are eating them. They come to the shore and they're like, Christmas Island feast.
Right.
Baby feast.
Right. The whale shark that Luke and I tracked from one of those bracelets is over in this area. I got to see if it's off this island because it's in the same area.
It's just waiting 3 months. It's like, let's go crab fest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whole meeting.
Let's go baby food.
They want their crab babies.
Right.
So that's Christmas Island red crabs. It's crazy.
Okay.
I'd love to see it.
I was just going to say.
That's one that I would like to see.
For me, I feel like still top of everything we've talked about to see is the caves in Vietnam.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
And then we could just swing south.
You're right. That's actually not that far away.
No.
Yeah,
just swing south and hit this. Like that. Those
would have to go at the right time of year. My gosh, I would be dying laughing. I'd be like slightly creeped out by that many crabs, but I'd also be dying laughing at the content.
Because surely this has to be like an expected tourist season.
Oh, 100%.
So surely the crab merchandise has to be
on point.
Right? And so good. And if not, we need to research this because if not,
somebody needs to be marketing that.
We need to.
It's literally called Christmas Island. Already alone is marketable.
Yes,
and then a crab migration.
Right,
just little Santa hats on everything. Like,
well, but then again, it depends on if you like crabs or not. Because if you like it, then it's like a ho 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 festive. But if it's not, then it's like a ho 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 horror. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like it's one way or the other.
Yeah, it's like Krampus versus Santa.
Yeah, it's one way or the other. I'd be so excited. Yeah, definitely add that to my second spot of things that now I want to go see because that would be really cool. Alrighty, guys, that was the last of the Swarms episodes. So make sure you guys go check us out on Patreon, support us if you can, and then follow us on our social media channels. Just search Wildly Curious Podcast. Be sure to follow us there and support us, and we will talk to you guys next week.
We should have one more episode, right?
Yep, one more after this. Yep.
All right, talk to you guys one more time.
Bye.
Bye.
Ever wonder why a bat might glow? Or how frogs made it to space long ago? Dinosaurs trained for delivery runs. We're asking the questions, the weird ones. Wildly curious, where science gets strange and kinda hilarious. From nature's wonders to ancient funk, it's facts and fun rolled into one big chunk. Wildly curious, weird is wonderful. Come join the fun.